Before we start, if you enjoy video essays, lore, discussions, and theories about video games, plus the occasional unboxing and review, please be sure to subscribe to my channel for a plethora of gaming-related content. This is my review on the Artful Escape. The Artful Escape is a recent game developed by Beethoven Dinosaur and published by Annapurna for Steam, Windows, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Speaking of that, I also want to thank them for their review code. Here's my review of the Artful Escape.
We, mankind, are just 62 miles away from the infinite. On the far side of a thin film of atmosphere lies a tundra beyond the limits of human comprehension. The universe, in all its grandeur, its wonder and desolation, waits mere miles away. The stairway to the great cosmic symphony is at our feet.
You play as Francis Vendetti in the fictional town of Calypso, Colorado, nephew of local legend and recently deceased Johnson Vendetti. The town of Calypso is holding a festival on the 20th anniversary of Johnson Vendetti's album. During the festival, Francis is expected to play his late uncle's songs at a concert. Everything seems fine, but deep down Francis is struggling with his identity and living in his uncle's shadow, because instead of being a folk singer, Francis would much rather play rock and roll music. The day before his concert, Francis meets a rather eccentric character named Violetta, who encourages him to be himself and take risks. Before Violetta leaves, she tells him to look for Lightmans. Knowing that no such place exists in Calypso, Francis doesn't really give it much thought. Until later that night, when the mysterious Lightman reveals that he needs Francis to play as his opening act. Then suddenly, Francis is whisked away to Lightman's ship, the Cosmic Lung, in a random part of the universe. And the only way Francis can return home is if he can help Lightman fly his ship. The Artful Escape is a platformer game, but not platforming like you would normally think. Instead of going through levels and fighting enemies, in this game, you traverse massive alien worlds playing your holographic guitar, eventually reaching a boss. But instead of fighting, you engage in a musical version of Simon Says, which was pretty awesome, and I'll get to the music later. But what I found really interesting is, while you go through these levels, you can hold in a button either on your controller or keyboard or whatever, and Francis will actually play music and shred on his guitar. Doing this will influence the scenery of the area. For instance, as soon as you get your guitar, if you run around Calypso playing it, it will cause all the lights around town to light up. Or on one level, as you run through this part, there are giant skeletal beings in the background. Playing your music will cause them to light up and move along with what you are playing. When you're not running around alien worlds with a holographic guitar, you're walking around on Lightman's ship, the Cosmic Lung, talking to and getting to know the passengers. Speaking of other characters, the voice acting in this game was great too. There are some pretty well-known voices in this game, from Michael Johnson to Carl Weathers. Two of the main selling points for me of this game were the visuals and the music. The visuals in this game are absolutely stunning. There were several landscape shots when I caught myself sitting there with my mouth open just staring in complete awe at how beautiful this game is. If I'm not mistaken, this was made by a small team, and they knocked it out of the park. There were several moments in this game where I had to take screenshots of the landscape to use as my desktop wallpaper. I mean, just look at how colorful this game is. I'm sure I've never seen the game as gorgeous as the Artful Escape. I could not put it down. I played the game straight through because I wanted to see what other beautiful scenery there was and what kind of colorful characters that inhabit this game. Now we've come to the part in my review that's probably my favorite aspect of this game. The music. Like I mentioned before, the visuals and the music are what got me into this game, and after playing it, all I can say is wow. The music in this game is absolutely amazing. It's got everything from funk to orchestral to even folk music. If I had to explain it, I would explain it like imagine if the Beatles, Rush, Yes, and the Polyphonic Spree got together and made an album. That's the music in this game. There were some moments in this game that I actually started to get choked up. I'm the type of person that I get really engrossed in things, so when the relatable story, amazing music, and stunning visuals, this game really spoke to me. Before I even played the game, I looked up the soundtrack, and there are several ways to listen to it. You can buy the soundtrack with the game on Steam, or you can stream it on Apple Music or Spotify, and I recommend that you do so. And if you do, here are some of the songs that you should check out. Hovercar Theme, The Darkest Hour Theme, Ode to Lightman, and the Ruby Cola. If you couldn't already tell, I thoroughly enjoyed this game, and I could not recommend it more. The only complaint that I noticed was that sometimes during dialogue it seems like the text would lag from the mouths, but other than that I have no complaints. The Artful Escape is one of the most unique games I've ever played in a long time. The visuals are stunning, the story is relatable, at least to me, and the music is phenomenal. Like I mentioned before, I've also downloaded the soundtrack and listened to it several times through. So, if this looks like a game that might interest you, please check out The Artful Escape. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching my review on The Artful Escape. What do you think about this game? Have you played this game? Did you like the music? What did you like most about this game if you played it? Please let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, please leave a like, but if you didn't, that other button seems to work pretty well too. Also, if you enjoy video essays, lore, discussion, and theories about video games, plus the occasional unboxing and review, please be sure to subscribe to my channel for a plethora of gaming related content.